Financially, this is a really tough time for a lot of Australians. There's no doubt about that. But some financial experts are saying that with this extra time so many of us have at home, it's a good opportunity to take control of our money and create a household budget. For more on this, I'm joined by Kathy Lipari, Executive Editor of News 360. Kathy, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem. Hello.
The pandemic has caused a huge upheaval to our lives and economy, but finance experts are saying this is actually the best time to draft a household budget. Is that right?
Well, we've all got so much extra time on our hands at the moment to do all sorts of things. And so absolutely, financial experts are saying that now is actually a great time to take stock. Everyone's talking about looking after our mental health. So experts are saying we should also be using this time in hibernation and in our homes to check on our financial health. A lot of people are out of work as well, so they really do have to review their budget. And we're spending less money, fortunately, on travel, on petrol, on public transport, getting to and from work, on restaurants because we can't go out and you can't go down to the pub and have a drink. So there is an opportunity to really take stock, have a look at your budget, make an appointed person within the family, the person who's in charge of the budget, if you've never had one before, and really take the opportunity to work on that and to work on your finances and to get things in order.
Well, that's right. So many people would be saving money with pubs closed and restaurants closed. But on the other hand, with people spending more time at home, bills are expected to go up. What else do we need to be aware of?
Well, I mean, bills are potentially going up around, your internet and your power, and you're using your TV and electricity a lot more. So you're doing more washing, all of those sorts of things. So I guess you just have to counterbalance those. If you are working from home, the office furniture or the office computer, the laptop, the extra monitor that you may have had to buy. So it is a bit of a balancing act. But I guess once you've got that under control, then the opportunity is there to at least have a really good idea when you haven't had the time before to figure out how much you do spend every week and to really get together as a family and come up with a sound budget to take you through the next few months.
So once we've drafted the budget, we now have to stick to it. So what's the advice to make sure we actually don't blow out the budget every time and stick to it?
So maybe you need to appoint a budget chief to make sure within the family that you're sticking to that and that you're reporting back to the family every week on whether or not you've met your budget or not.
Yeah. So how much time should we really be allocating to do a budget? Is it an hour a week or 2 hours a week? What's the advice?
I think the hard work initially is getting the budget set up. So once you've done that work, which could take quite a few hours, to sit down. Experts like the Barefoot investor Scott Pape has this great concept called date night where parents can, the suggestion was that you'd go out and do this, but, I guess you have to find a quiet room in the house under current living conditions and just really spend a couple of hours figuring out what your priorities are and what your key items of spend are. So a few hours, I guess, to get it all set up. And then it's really only an hour a week, I suppose, where you'd be reviewing what you need to not spend on and where your issues are. But there is a bit of work in getting that initial budget set up. But once you've done that, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, that's right. It's just getting started. So how can people find the motivation to do this when times are so tough at the moment?
Well, I guess we are spending so much time at home. So and if we don't look at things like this, then they tend to get out of hand. For a lot of people, they don't have any choice but to look at their budget right now. A lot of people have lost their jobs or have been stood down. So there really isn't a real necessity, as well as having the extra time on their hands, to get their finances in order, because we don't want spiralling debt situations. There is a real risk with people not having a regular income, that if they don't take financial matters in hand, that things could spiral out of control. Fortunately, our financial lenders are mostly being understanding of these situations and are giving some mortgage holders some relief in terms of not having to meet all of their same interest rate level requirements and relaxing some of the pressure around, the regular mortgage payments and similar situations with other leasing arrangements and whatnot. So there is some relief, but there is
Yeah.
also a danger of things spiraling out of control unless you do the hard work initially and get things under control.
And we all need to do it. There's no exceptions there. Thank you so much. Great advice. Kathy Lipari, really appreciate you making the time to chat today.